There were a handful of reasons for Austin Westlake to celebrate this weekend after their win against Lake Travis. Not only did they get the win, their five-star quarterback Cade Klubnik was back, and they finished the regular season 10-0, now extending their winning streak to 34 games. Taking a look at the latest rankings from MaxPreps, Austin Westlake sitting pretty there at number 3 after blowing by Lake Travis 63-21. As for the rest of the rankings, Modern Day IMG Academy holding steady there at 1 and 2, followed up by Austin Westlake 15 through 25. Keep in mind that all the top 25 teams that played this past weekend, they won, so no movement in the rankings from week to week. And 21 of the top 25 will be playing in postseason action this weekend. Let's welcome in our good friends at MaxPreps. We have Zack, Poff, and Steve Montoya here. So let's talk about Austin Westlake sticking at number 3 in your rankings. They get Cade Klubnik back. They finished the regular season 10-0. Zack, how impressive was their regular season?
Hey, you know, the strength of schedule was a big question for Austin Westlake, but they answered that when they beat Lake Travis 63-21. You know, Lake Travis is a program. They're always one of the best in the state of Texas, and that game was never close from the start. You know, it was nice to see Cade Klubnik back. He balled. He had nearly 300 yards of total offense and 5 tutties. But the guy I was impressed with was sophomore running back Jack Kaiser. You know, this dude's been balling out this year. And when you add all of the return yards, rushing yards, and receiving yards, he had over 400 all-purpose yards on Friday night against Lake Travis, and also had 2 touchdowns. So I'm just impressed with what Westlake's doing. They got arguably the best offensive line in the country. They're really good defensively. And when you talk about complete teams in high school football, number 3 Austin Westlake is right there. But as you mentioned, 21 of the 25 teams in the top 25 will begin playoffs this week, are already in playoffs. And Austin Westlake's one of those teams. They'll be going for their 3rd consecutive state title. They won 6A D2 in 2019 and then 6A D1 last year. And they'll be back in the 6A D2 bracket this season. You know, a couple of threats that could be a problem for Westlake. You're going to have Katy, who's number 9 in the top 25. And then on the other side of the bracket, you'll have teams like Denton Geyer. And then also a team that I can't wait to see is Rockwall Heath. I think this is a team that could potentially upset a couple of teams and maybe win that 6A D2 championship. But when it's all said and done, I think Todd Dodge is going to win his 3rd consecutive state title this year.
Well, let's stick in the state of Texas there, and let's talk about the team that lost the title game last year to Austin Westlake, I should say, and that would be Southlake Carroll. But Steve, what are the chances the Dragons could actually get their first state title since 2011?
Yeah, I think their chances are good because they don't have Westlake this year because they're going to be in the 6A Division I playoffs. So Southlake Carroll, who, remember at the beginning of the season, they lost Quinn Ewers. He decided to go to Ohio State. So you're thinking, oh man, this might be a down year with him gone. And then all of a sudden, boom, they're 10-0. And junior quarterback Kaden Anderson is tearing it up, throwing for over 2,000 yards this season, 25 TDs. So Southlake Carroll looking good. The school has won 8 state titles in their history. They're looking for number 9. I really like Owen Allen, their junior running back. He's a little bit under the radar in terms of stars and offers and all that, but he has had 72 touchdowns in 3 years so far and 21 this season. And they're averaging over 47 points a game, just allowing 13. So Southlake Carroll, they do have a lot of good opponents in their bracket like Duncanville, North Shore, Westville, Rockwall. So it's not going to be easy. But to answer your question, I think Southlake Carroll set up for maybe another state title.
Zack, there is one MaxPreps top 25 matchup this week. That is number 15 Hamilton hosting number 10 Chandler, both out of the state of Arizona. What do we need to know about this game?
This is going to be our game of the week, which is crazy because it's not even a playoff game. You got all those great playoff matchups, but it's the only top 25 matchup. And, you know, Chandler's a program in Arizona. They won 5 consecutive state titles. They've won 45 straight games, currently the 4th longest active winning streak in high school football. But there's a good chance it could come to an end on Friday. Hamilton is playing extremely good football. We saw that crazy 18-point comeback in a minute 05 on national TV against Bishop Gorman, and they've really just ran with that momentum every single Friday. My guy Nico Markiel, you know, this is one of the sauciest quarterbacks in the country. I love his leadership ability, and he wants to get it back against Chandler because Hamilton's gone 17-2 since the start of last year, but both those L's have come against Chandler. So he wants to get a little revenge on Chandler before his high school career is over. And I think Hamilton's going to find a way to snap Chandler's 45-game winning streak this Friday. But it's a top 25 matchup. It's definitely going to be a big-time game. And I might actually bring my popcorn on Friday when we're breaking down this game, but we'll have to wait and see. And there's a good chance that these two teams are going to meet up again in the Arizona Open Division playoffs in a few weeks too.
I don't buy it. I don't do. Like, how do you make this popcorn? Do you have like a popcorn machine? Are we talking microwave, stovetop? What are you doing here, Zachary?
There ain't nothing special here. It's the microwave, little Orville Redenbacher, and that's about it.
That is what we're held up on this entire season. That's what you cannot get. Go to the grocery store, my friend. All right, we're going to put you on hold here. I want to talk to Steve. We mentioned 21 of the top 25 teams, top 25 ranked teams have postseason games this week. That includes number 13, Corona Centennial hosting Mission Viejo here. Corona Centennial has won every single game this season by 21 points or more. How are they going to stack up in this one, though?
Yeah, Corona Centennial right there. First of all, speaking of popcorn, you can get the popcorn machine at the office and just roll it out for the whole Division I playoffs in the southern section of California, because you're talking about not probably the toughest playoff bracket in the entire country. And it starts with a bang right here with Corona Centennial against Mission Viejo. Mission Viejo is no joke. They're 9-1. And so this is going to be a matchup of the 4-5. The winner gets, if Mater Dei wins, they get Mater Dei. You have Servite St. John Bosco on the other side of the bracket, not overlooking the other teams at all, because the entire bracket is stacked. But just, thinking about how good these teams are in this division, it's incredible. So, if I was at the office with Zack, maybe next year we'd just sit by the popcorn machine and just eat popcorn all day and just watch this bracket and watch all the games. That's all we'd have to do on a Friday night.
This is how easy it would be. Just make it, pop it, pop it.
It's been empty for a while, so I need to get back in the office. It's already made for me. It's just way easier. There's too many steps here. I got to get some popcorn. I promise, Amanda, Friday there will be popcorn in the bag. It's done.
You've said this like 5 times this season. I don't believe you. Steve doesn't believe you. Apparently, you need us to take care of you here. Maybe somebody watching this will just send you some popcorn, and that will be easier. Zack, Steve, we appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the week. We'll see you on Friday there, Zack. For more on rankings, schedules, rosters, video highlights, stats, and much more, just head over to our friends at MaxPreps.